these are beautiful producers and actors and actresses that we have in the Nollywood. I actually want to know how these people get their scripts that they use in producing. Is it that they buy them from people? Is it that they buy them from people? Anyway, welcome back to my channel. This is Just with Julie. I will talk about everything in the Nollywood. If this is your first time coming here, please be part of our community. Don't fail to subscribe, share, and like everything that we do here. Then be part of our community. Is a community full of love. Is a community that we understand ourselves. Okay. So I was talking, or I was kind of wondering that where actually do these people have scripts? It baffles me. You know why? Because there's a whole lot of uploads on YouTube all the time, and you begin to ask yourself, is it an imaginary kind of script, or is it that they buy the scripts, the stories, or is it that they have people to write it for them, like they have their personal writer? As a producer, maybe you have your editor, you have your director, you have your crew members, then maybe they have their own writers. Is it like that, or is it that they recruit, just like they have they audition for writers, and the writers will come and they become part of their production? Like any movies they want, the writer can just pen down any storyline, any storyline at all, and then they will act it up, and then boom, they upload. I really want to know, because I've been thinking about it lately, because a whole lot of movies are being uploaded, and I'm like, where are all these writers from? Where are all these people, writers from? Are they actually bought or imagined? That kind of imagination that somebody will say, hey, I just have this idea, we should act up on this movie, let us act that this person came, and before you know it, this person, and then they just tell stories like that, and it happens that they act it up and boom, they upload. Or is it that it's based on life story? I think producers should be like based on life stories right now, stories that people tell, happenings in the society. That is my take now, like what I should tell, or what I can like give to producers. They should center on the society itself, and all this, I don't know if it is imaginary story or fictions. No, fictions and non-fiction, I don't know. Seriously speaking, it's really got me thinking, and I had to like let it out. How is this whole thing done? And then our listeners, if you know, please kindly help me to tell us how this whole thing happens on the comment section. Like seriously, is it that they just base, or maybe they feel like it's what is happening in the society, or they stumble on somebody who tells them their real life experience? After telling them their story, they will now go act it up, or they recruit writers to go write for them, and after they finish writing, they pay them and they go? Or is it based on imagination? So this whole thing is really confusing. But I think there's something they call writers. Their job is to write, and maybe is it that they buy from them, or is it, I don't even know how do these people do these things, because many of the stories they tell are so beautiful. They are so beautiful that when you watch, you like, who actually told the story? So I'm kind of wondering, who are they, the brain behind all these beautiful storylines that they produce at times? You hear? So I am kind of, who are they? They are, most times they just write the name of the writer and that ends it. But in actual sense, these things are really, they really take out their time to think and to put the stories up. Just for example, that story in the sky, be treasure in the sky, example of that treasure in the sky. I don't know if it is based on true life story. I think I heard it. I mean, it's rumored to be a true life story. These beautiful stories are what we need. I think most times producers should also focus on people real life stories. There's a whole lot of people out there that have an untold story that you can meet. There's somebody who has been disturbing me about a story that she wants to talk about. That it is disturbing her. She really wants that story to be told on screen. That is a true life story that movie is going to sell if producers get hold of that story. And she said it is bothering her non-stop. She needs to tell that story. She needs to sell it out. Like, it's not like she wants to sell it then you give her money. She needs to tell the world about the story. So it's kind of bothering that if producers can actually be meeting people, or most times tell the public that if you have any interesting story that is touchy, that I think is part of it though, they can just come up and say, hey, we need real life stories that are very touchy, that you want to tell the world about. You can DM us, you can message us, you can meet with us, you can chat us on social type, on WhatsApp, Messenger, or anything. Reach out to us via this very number, and then they can actually meet up with the person. Or even if they don't, they can speak on phone with the person, and they will have a writer beside them. The writer can actually be writing what the person is saying. You don't even need to meet the person. I think producers, you all should always, gone for this method. It's not only imaginary stories. It shouldn't be just writers alone. Go for real life stories told on the screen, and then at the end of the day, write real story based on real life situation. I've watched a movie that is based on real life situation. I cried my eyes out. I was like, did you just say, did this movie tell me that this thing happened in this life? We all cried. My whole family, we cried. That was when Nigerian movie was on cassette, like on CD player. We went to rent it and we watched that movie. We cried non-stop. I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop thinking about this story. It's so touchy. The story was touchy. I couldn't believe my eyes that this thing happened in real life. There are thousands of people out there that have stories to tell, and these stories are going to be impactful, and the lessons too will be taken home. So it's not just about fiction, love stories. And yes, love stories are good, but go beyond that. Mix it up. Let there be a mix up of your stories. Let it be mixed with real life situation. Let them know, a producer, that this producer is always after real life situations told on screen. By the time they know you, that you're a producer that actually does go for people that have real life story. People will love to learn from those stories. They will learn a lot. So I think you should all have a way of thinking outside the box, not just about fiction, non-fiction, about what they call it. Can think about different dimensions on how to like get the stories all mixed up. That will get people glued. You don't have to always center on one thing. That's why when I started out, I said, how do they do these things? How do they get their stories? See that maybe they have a writer writing for them all the time, or is it they just like a picture of something and then put it up there, or is it that I don't even know. But if you actually go for real life situations or real life stories, it's going to attract a whole lot of people. And I think you all should try this seriously. any or all our producers, all the actors, the young coming one, this is what should be able to sell and build your channel. Yes, center, go out, ask on your social media. You don't need to meet up with the person. The person can, you can get a WhatsApp, your business WhatsApp, basically for business, handled by management team, handled by your personal assistant, handled by, meet up with the person, let the person tell you the story. You don't even meet a day to tell the story. You can meet for a week, 2 weeks, and you people are still talking about this story. And then at the end of the day, you know how to balance the rest of it. And then at the end of the day, you play it out and write it out, and then boom, upload it. It's going to do magic. So we are here always to like tell benefiting things to many actors upcoming, actresses upcoming, producers, directors, editors. We are very, very we are very oh there, what will I use that English again? Hi, I've forgotten the English, but that is exactly what we do here. So this channel will take you through entertainment, factual things happening, tips that's gonna be helpful to you. Don't even look down on Julie, because Julie, I'm not bragging, no. We've got a lot of like tips that you can pick from, that will always be of instrumental to your growth. We are not bragging, but I think it's gift from God. Yes. So people, if you know actually how these producers do go about their writing up stories, is it they employ, is it that people write for them and they buy it off? How do they do it? Let's hear on the comment section, okay? Till I come again, I'm just with Julia. Please don't forget to subscribe, and thank you to all our existing subscribers. We don't take your love for granted, not for anything. And then again, don't forget that Sonia Uche's movie Under Her Eyes is still streaming on Sonia Uche TV. Let's get that movie to 1 million. I don't know why it's stagnating. And then apart from that, don't forget to subscribe to her channel. Don't fail to also subscribe to this channel. I love you all. Till I come again, I'm just Julie.